Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin was a 6-year-old boy with wild hair, a wilder imagination, and the curious mind of a philosopher who also happened to love dinosaurs, explosions, and mud. His best friend was Hobbes, a stuffed tiger to everyone else. But to Calvin, Hobbes was very real, sarcastic, wise, playful, and always ready for adventure. Calvin lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood with his mom and dad. His dad worked long hours and claimed everything from raking leaves to freezing weather built character. His mom held the house together with patience and eye rolls. Every day was an epic quest for Calvin and Hobbes. Their adventures began the moment school ended, or was ignored entirely. With just a cardboard box, they could create a transmogrifier, turning Calvin into anything he wanted, a duplicator, or even a time machine that sent them into the prehistoric age or the far future. When the world felt boring, Calvin became Spaceman Spiff, zooming through galaxies and zapping aliens, who suspiciously resembled his teacher, Miss Wormwood. Other days, he was Stupendous Man, defender of justice and avoider of bedtime. Or he became Tracer Bullet, a noir detective with a fedora and a fast tongue. At school, Calvin spent more time bothering Susie Durkins than learning anything. Susie was smart, kind, and clever. Basically everything Calvin tried not to be. They had a love-hate friendship, complete with snowball fights, insult wars, and secret admiration. Seasons changed. In winter, Calvin built snowmen in disturbing scenes, snowmen being attacked by lawnmowers or forming strange cults. In summer, he and Hobbes raced downhill on a red wagon, pondering life's big questions. What if the world is just a dream? Or do we shape the universe? Or does it shape us? Sometimes Calvin asked things no adult could answer. Other times he ran from baths, monsters under the bed, or girls with cooties. He struggled with math, chores, and being misunderstood, but through it all, Hobbes was by his side. They wrestled, debated, built tree forts, and stared at the stars. Calvin often got in trouble. He'd annoy his parents, forget his homework, and cause chaos. But deep down, he was a thoughtful, creative kid, trying to understand a world that didn't always make sense. And then, one snowy morning, Calvin and Hobbes stepped outside into a fresh white world. The snow was untouched. The sled was ready. "It's a magical world, Hobbes, old buddy," Calvin said, eyes wide. "Let's go exploring." They sped off into the snow, laughing as the world opened up in front of them, full of wonder, imagination, and friendship.